Yeah, it was an interesting video. It wasn't actually, when that video come out, a couple of hours beforehand, I'd logged onto Facebook and I'd seen another video, and it was the video of Fury getting escorted out of the pub first. But you couldn't see who it was. You couldn't even tell if it was Fury. There's a couple of frames where you can sort of see the side of Fury's face. And I thought, you know, Fury's probably had a bit of a night out here. You could tell he's had a bit too much, and you know, it's not the greatest of scenes. And then you kind of see the other bit that's added on afterwards that came out a couple hours, where he's on the floor and he's really kind of struggling to get up. And it wasn't great, to be honest with you. I know that subsequently people in the discussions I've had with people kind of say, look, leave him alone. He's, you know, enjoying himself. He's not in camp. You know, sometimes people just need these kind of things to relax. But I suppose it's just when we have in our minds the Usyk rematch, you know, we kind of want to see Fury, you know, in the gym preparing, getting ready, even if it's, you know, months and months away. But I don't know, I've kind of changed my thought on it, and I kind of feel like maybe it's one of those things that maybe he needed to just let his hair down, relax a little bit, have one of these, maybe not another, and we'll get the rematch on later on this year. But the initial thought was it wasn't the greatest of look for an elite athlete, and where sports like this, you don't usually see elite athletes do these type of things. It was a little bit concerning.
Yeah, so going to the chat, just a couple of comments here that I think, you know, represent something I should address. So the Keggy says, this is disgusting. Fury just had one last blowout before he entered his training camp. Fight is December 21st, 6 months away. You a clown for this. I a clown, the Keggy. And Kelvo says, just let him be. I'm sure he feels shit enough without a pylon. So the idea here isn't to start any sort of pylon. It's merely the biggest story in boxing, particularly in the UK currently. No disrespect to anyone that fought at the weekend or is fighting next weekend, but Tyson Fury's viral video, if you like, and the reaction to it has created a massive stir, and everything on social media, the views we're getting on YouTube indicate that that's what people want to talk about. So it's nothing to do with having a pile-on or having a pop at Fury. It's just analysing his behaviour and seeing if it has a wider significance. And we'll talk about Johnny Nelson's comment shortly, because I think someone's mentioned that in the chat, and it was 2 seconds out. Leroy Vassell, Fury must learn quickly that you cannot live a lack lifestyle and win world titles. He was in with a supremely skilled fighter who lives the life. Callum Dickey agrees with Keggy, says 6 months out, no way should this story be allowed any more traction. Guy who got drunk and fell over, chill out. I've explained why we're discussing it already. Actually putting his fall as the thumbnail, I expect Tyson will treat you accordingly as well now. Bellends. Well, thanks for that, Robbie Evans, and appreciate you still watching despite us being Bellends. Although I should say I picked the thumbnail, so if you want to call me a Bellend, that's absolutely fine. But my colleagues should escape your wrath. Callum Dickey goes on to say he thinks Tyson Fury's done with Seconds Out now for sure. I didn't realise, Callum, that you spoke for the GYPSY King. Maybe he really was drunk. Maybe he's still drunk if that's the case. Jason Gavin says England similar to Ben Whittaker, style but no real substance. I'm sure we'll get on to Whittaker later on in the show. Yeah, some serious shade there from Jason Gavin. Mike W still has faith in Fury. Says Tyson will win all the belts back again, undisputed king. But Adrian Marchand disagrees and says Tyson won't win in the rematch. Michelle, again, Tyson Fury will be back, no worries. Usyk is a shame for heavyweight at some point. I'm not sure what he means by that. Maybe he's not suited to heavyweight. Big Dog Boxing Fitness says, I wonder would the big bad Zhang dispatch Fury? Gary, huge hater a lot of Tyson Fury along with bitter old 12 lost Johnny Nelson. What's the obsession, mate? Gary, if you knew anything about me, you'd know that I've covered Tyson Fury's career for longer than pretty much any other video journalist in the UK. So I think you're off base on that one, unfortunately. We're here to cover the news and the big events that boxing fans are talking about. Loved One says, if Tyson won the fight, would he still be saying the same thing about him on his knees, a bit drunk? DB Cooper, who among us hasn't kissed the pavements at Morecambe at 2 a.m. on a random Tuesday night out? I saw Eamon do that in Skegness once. Wow.
Never been.
Yeah, well, you probably want to go now. Tarmac one says, does he ever comb his hair? I'm assuming he's not talking about Fury. Hair is in the rearview mirror at this point. Where are we? Thunder Road. Danny, excellent interview with Stan Dubois. Honestly, didn't look at that before reading it out, so I'm not just getting some clout there. First time hearing him speak, and he's got an impressionable laugh. Yeah, well, he spends most of the interview laughing, in fairness. At me, probably, because I'm a clown, as Keggy has already pointed out. Fizz says Tyson Fury will become the Asian version of John Cena. Not really sure what that means. My brain's not working quick enough on that one. Robbie Evans says, well taken. Thanks, Robbie. Scott Watty Goddard, and completely off topic, says, I want to see Fabio Wardley against Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson's got a tough fight to get past next anyway in Big Martin Bacoli. I was speaking to Billy Nelson earlier, and no one will be surprised to know that Billy is very confident in his man coming out on top on August the 3rd in Riyadh Season's US debut. Chad Fletcher asks if the rematch Fury Usyk will be for Undisputed. We'll be talking about that, I am sure. Who else? Oh, Tarmac once corrected his post now and says, does Eamon ever comb his hair? I mean, you spelt your name right, Eamon, at least. Eamon's got nothing to say about that, apparently. Fizz says, Martin Bacoli versus Usyk is the best fight ever. Fizz must be Billy Nelson, I'm guessing, his alt account. Josh, what did you make of Tyson Fury's video escapades?
Obviously, it's a little bit concerning to see, you know, like Eamon said, when you're looking at such an elite level athlete and seeing them in a state like that, it's not a great look. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure most people who enjoy drink may end up in a state like that at one point. I do feel some people might be looking into it a little bit too deeply. You know, the fight isn't all the way until the back end of December now. So, you know, it's still plenty of time to train. But, you know, it isn't a great look, but that's what happens when you're in the spotlight, whether you do something bad or something good. If you do something of note, you're going to make headlines for it. And it was one of those stories that was just bound to make headlines. So we'll have to see if that has an effect on him come the rumoured date of December 21st.
Just jumping in here, Danny, sorry. I get some of the comments, and I get kind of some people maybe think that people who are commenting on this video, you know, are lumping in on Tyson Fury, and I completely get, look, you're absolutely entitled, whether you're an elite athlete or not, whoever you are, you want to blow out, whatever. It's not really anyone's business. You just have to add some of the context to Tyson Fury's career and some of Tyson Fury's out of the ring absences to the moment, because we all want to see the undisputed rematch later on this year, but we all are a little bit concerned of why he hasn't been in the ring sometimes, and that's because of the mental health and some of the scenes and the videos and images of Fury ballooning up in weight because he had problems, he had issues that he was dealing with, and you know, sometimes you can't escape those things, but people are just kind of wondering, is it the start of something? Is it someone who maybe needs help at that point? Because we want to see a healthy Tyson Fury, both inside and outside the ring. So it's not just lumping on him in any form because of this video. It's not saying he can't do that. It's just wondering and hoping that isn't the start of something else. I'm hoping it's not. I don't think it is. But I do want to see a Fury who, you know, is in the best of states. He wasn't in that video. I'm hoping it's not the start of anything else. I don't think it is. Once again, just reiterating that. But that's just the context of it all as to why it's worth the discussion.
Yeah, I mean, as DB Cooper says here in the chat, let's be real. Yes, he's allowed to let his non-existent hair down, but also that is concerning seeing him faceplant a pavement given his history. Gary says, we are going to need Eamon Khan's obsession with Tyson Fury, encouraging the bitterness from Johnny Nelson and George Groves, who've been jealous of Fury for years. Yeah, Gary, I think you're being a bit harsh here. I don't know what your kind of relationship or otherwise with Tyson Fury is, but if it was AJ, for example, doing the same thing, even without the history of, you know, alcohol and extracurricular activity, shall we say, from Tyson Fury, we'd still be discussing it. Any famous figure within boxing who's creating news and getting a reaction, we're going to discuss it here on Seconds Out Live. We don't have bias, no fear or favor. That's just what we do. That's what we're here for. And it's not to have a pop at anyone or because anyone's got anything against anyone. You know, as I said earlier, Tyson Fury and I go way back, and there's no way I'd countenance any sort of prejudice against him specifically or anyone else, because it's just not the way we run Seconds Out. So yes, you can disagree and think that perhaps we shouldn't be, I don't know, adding to the media furore around this subject, and that's absolutely fine. But please don't suggest it's anything to do with any bias on our part, because that's certainly not the case. You look like Eddie Hearn's big brother. I don't know if that's for me or it's got to be for me, really, hasn't it? Looking by process of elimination. Yeah, I mean, I think he's actually a couple of years older than me, which is depressing. Callum Dickey says, you are having a pop. The thumbnail was having a pop. Yeah, I can understand why you might be a bit upset by the thumbnail, but the main topic we're talking about is what occurred with Fury that was caught on video last week. So it was either that or a picture of him being escorted from the pub. Now, if you think that's marginally or significantly less offensive, then fair enough. And we'll take that on board. Jason Gavin says, would say it's defo a relevant talking point. Tyson Fury was out of the sport for 2 years already for alcoholism and drug abuse, PED and otherwise. This is all a matter of public record, Jason Gavin. It have to be, otherwise we probably get sued. So, you know,